watching No Love Trucking. So we are currently in a race against time to go potentially pick up our next load. So we called 2 days ago and we were like, hey, we can pick this load up on Thursday. It was originally posted for Wednesday, but it runs until the 5th because, you know, the weekend and then the holiday on Monday. So she got with the customer, came back, she said, yeah, that would be perfect, that would work. So that was that. We booked it, everything was great. Then we got a call later on that day saying they just remembered that they're not going to be open on Thursday. So can you guys make it Wednesday? And we're like, yeah, we're like over 250 miles away. We have a delivery at 8 in the morning. So I don't think that that's going to exactly work. And then, so we went back and forth, like, well, maybe they can get to you after, because apparently they were closed on Thursday for a safety inspection. So maybe they can get to you after the safety inspection. And then it was just kind of like left up in the air. Liz had offered Friday we could pick it up because we could still make it easy. And then we just kind of didn't hear anything. So this morning we got over to our last delivery. That was the last video. Got unloaded super fast and we took out and have just been cruising over to Nashville. It's looking like we're going to get there with a decent amount of time to spare. Because the guy does leave at like 1:30, and I think that was like a hard cutoff too. I don't think the guy was interested in staying later, or at least we couldn't really get any confirmation because the agent was like, well, maybe they can stay later and you guys can still get loaded on Wednesday. But yeah, like I said, I don't think that guy was receptive to staying later, but I don't know, it's just like this vicious game of telephone where we talk to the agent, then the agent talks to whoever, and then customers. So there's like 3 different layers, and it's not a fast process, and I'm sure somebody paraphrases or changes what we had said, so then it just kind of ends up a little bit different on the other end. So somehow we are going to make it over there Wednesday, the original day that it was posted for, and hopefully get loaded, and then we have a lot of days to get it over to California. So we'll probably pick up when we actually get there, if we can make it on time. If the next scene is us at like a truck stop or rest area, we didn't get loaded. Alright, remember how I said if the next clip was at a rest area or a truck stop, we didn't make it? Well, we were making great time, and now we're in a construction zone, and we have been at a crawl for the last like 30 minutes or so. I think it's just finally getting down to 1 lane, and hopefully we can get through here. And then we have to pick up the pace. We have about 45 minutes, and we have about an hour before the guy just completely leaves for the day. So we have about a half-hour window, I believe. So we'll see. That's like very end. That's if he didn't leave early. That's if everything else lines up. So we're gonna see. All right, did not film the approach because this has been a crazy load. I'll explain in a bit, but I gotta swing over here. I guess wait for UPS to do whatever, because okay. But I gotta swing over here and then back straight up pretty much to this dock. This place is pretty tight for a semi-truck receiver. Alright, I don't think there's anybody behind us. Not the easiest with the construction right there. Too before I pin it against the wall, and we can't open them. Alright, well, we're gonna hop out and open those. Alright, so pulling into this place, it has a very, very narrow driveway, and there was a tanker that was parked in the driveway. It's only like maybe a truck and a quarter wide, so there you definitely can't have two trucks coming in, one going in and one going out at the same time. So we had to go down the block, make a U-turn, and come back, and they were actually gone. Pulled up to the spot, and then the security guard was like, "Do you have pants?" I was like, "Yeah, in the truck." She's like, "Okay, well, you'll need those, and if you have somebody else in the truck, they need to come in too." I was like, alright. But mind you, this was after like 10 minutes of conversation with her coworker. Didn't stop to tell me to go get pants, or the other driver, in those 10 minutes. And like, this guy that loads us leaves at between 1 and 1:30, so it's 1:04 right now. So luckily, I think we got in right in the nick of time. But yeah, this area is really, really tight. Some of these turns make me believe that it's not semi-truck type turns, and then they have construction right in front where I had to back in at. So that kind of affected the back end just a little bit, because I couldn't quite get the swing that I needed to get over with the truck right there. But we made it work, like we always do. Just didn't want to take out this there's this little shed right on the corner, and then they have this orange fence of where they're doing construction. So I had to get real close to the little building and not tear the roof off, because it's definitely like maybe 8-foot tall roof. But the guy said that we only have 6 pallets. It's pretty light, so we're gonna get pretty decent fuel economy going from, where are we, Nashville? Yeah. Nashville over to Anaheim, California. So pretty much for the majority of the trip, we're gonna leave here, get on 40, and then we're gonna be on 40 until pretty much the end of time. Until we get inside of California. Not super thrilled to be taking hazmat into California again, but it paid well, lined up with the holiday weekend, because like, yeah, this one doesn't pay the most, but if you look at, because we could really only squeeze in probably 2 loads, we couldn't find anything that paid more than this, and this is easy. So we got to put in like maybe 400 or 500 miles a day tops. So we're probably just gonna run pretty heavy 1 or 2 days, and then take a few days off, slowly get across. I ordered GoPro battery and a cooling fan for the PlayStation 5 to the Amazon locker. So we're gonna pick that up in Barstow. Yeah, we got to go into Barstow, so we'll probably hang out there. That's pretty close to our delivery. So, and that Black Bear Diner was pretty good. They had some keto food options, and it's not a bad place altogether. But yeah, here I am, 100. Well, the dash says 112. I think it's probably in like high 90s, low hundreds. Wearing pants for another chemical pickup and another pickup that we didn't get told that we needed: a hard hat, jeans, safety glasses, the whole deal. Fun times. Well, we got the load picked up yesterday. Liz drove out. We got about 100 miles down the road, and then we pulled into Holiday, Tennessee, over at this Love's. We got parked. I got a shower this morning, and then got a haircut. Didn't quite go as low as our friend Travis Kenley, who just went completely shave it all off, but this is the lowest guard. This is like the lowest setting that I can cut without actually shaving my head. So it's good. It's so hot outside, but I don't know, I like it. We'll go from there. So we're gonna get some miles in. We're gonna try to find a Walmart to grab some stuff, since it's gonna be a long weekend. I'm gonna try to get some miles in today, and then we need to make it to Bakersfield by the weekend, or Barstow by the weekend, which shouldn't be a problem. We just got to put in some miles.
We are coming up to where we're gonna stop for the night. We got a little bit later start this morning than I thought, but it's perfectly fine. So we're gonna stop in Sayre, Oklahoma, at a Flying J that we used to stop at pretty frequently when we were on 40 more, going back and forth to California, running reefer. It's a pretty nice Flying J, big lot, you can almost always find a spot there, and if nothing else, we could get a reserve spot, but I don't think we're gonna have to. So we just passed I think it was a minivan broken down on the side of the road, and I got over, and then all the kids in the ditch were doing the arm pump thing, so had to blast the horn for that. It's a shame that more truck drivers apparently don't know to do that. I grew up always, every truck that we pass, I always try to get them to do it, so that's just something that I grew up with, but apparently not everybody does it or knows about it. I don't know. Matt and I both have an understanding that even if we're sleeping or something in the bunk, that if a kid does it, you gotta blast the horn. So it's always fun to see them so excited, because I guess it's not all truck drivers do it. I thought it was more common. So we'll spend the night here, and then we'll be going in the morning. We really this run has way too much time on it, but it's a nice relaxing run. Our only real time constraint is an Amazon locker in Barstow, California, so we're trying to get out there Saturday, but then we don't deliver till Tuesday, so it'll be a nice, relaxing 4th of July, I guess.
Miles, take exit 20 on the
out
right
in California.
to US 283 north, then take the first right.
But still be able to make it a decent way down the road. So I always enjoy that about the way that we run. Let's see if we can find a spot here. Should be good. Should be easy.
Turn right on US 283 north. In 1/4 mile, arrive at Flying J on the right.
Alright, so next morning it is time to roll at 7:30. Not as early as I would like to get going, but it happens. Yeah, Liz made breakfast, made this giant buffet of food, so now I need a nap. It was counterproductive. No, it was actually really good. It was worth the wait. Did some pre-tripping. Did a very, very thorough pre-trip because we're going into California. And the last time we went into California with some hazmat, they kept picking on us. So I imagine they're going to do the same. And I just wanted to be prepared so there's no surprises. Now, we need to get out of this truck stop and back on 40. We got another 1,200 miles on I-40 west. That's the direction that California is in. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're outside of the major cities, so rush hour traffic shouldn't be too bad. But we still have to make it over to Barstow to grab our stuff out of the Amazon locker by Sunday is the earliest one of them would get sent back if it's not picked up by Sunday. We should be perfectly fine. We're definitely going to be there. Alright. Alright, we're going to get on the road. It's probably not going to be much of anything. Maybe I'll do a time lapse when we get to some of the nicer areas. Like Flagstaff's pretty cool, but other than that, I mean, 40 is pretty boring. It's a long, long drive. Not much of note. Made it to Williams, Arizona. We're gonna fuel here. Oh, this is the place that has the piped-in fake bird noises. If you ever walk down the stairs down here to go into the main building, you'll hear this like bird sound, and it's oddly specific and it repeats over and over and over. They have speakers that pipe in some sort of bird noises over and over, I guess to stop other birds from congregating on the building. I'm gonna throw some fuel in here, probably grab a shower, and then we're gonna switch drivers. We have 420 miles total, and about 320 miles to get to Barstow, where all of our stuff is. All right, we made it to Barstow. It is 2:30 in the afternoon. So we're probably gonna be in this spot for, well, at least through tomorrow into Tuesday morning. So this is gonna be the spot. And I think we're gonna run in and grab our stuff out of the Amazon lockers and use the restroom. I guess this is gonna be a very good test for the new Green APU unit. On the dash is showing in the hundreds range. So I hope we don't have any issues and everything's good. AC is already pumping, so it's cooling down the cab, which is always nice. So we'll probably update in a little while. Well, we have a couple things to update. Today is the 4th of July, Monday. We deliver tomorrow on the 5th. We'll be done with this load completely. But yesterday we spent the entire day here at Barstow, in the middle of the desert, and the APU did not overheat. So for actually the entirety of the day, it never even got above like 205 coolant temp. So it automatically shuts off at 235 to prevent any damage. And then the prior day, after we had ran through the desert and got here, we idled it for a little while, and then we ran the APU. It ran a little bit hotter, but I mean, it's a big iron block So I have no doubt that there was a little bit of heat transfer, but it didn't overheat then either. So I don't know, you guys that have had different types of APU units before can probably understand this. When we had the Thermo King, if we were in the desert or down in Texas or somewhere where it was like really hot and it was just beating on the truck, like you would get cold air. It would be cold when you were like right next to the vent, but it just, the heat from the top of the truck and the APU's AC output just wasn't enough to like cool the truck down. It would just keep it at whatever temperature it was, and like you could get real close to the vent and get some cold air. But this APU, we kept it on the entire day, and there was times where you had to grab the blanket because it was getting a little chilly. It did a fantastic job. So I think we're to the point now that it's tested and I can give an honest review of it. And we were trying to get some Eric from Green APU to give us a little like interview so we could discuss like what changes they've made in their operations to make sure that nobody else has, you know, any weird outlier type experiences, and also what they've done to kind of make it so that people can go there with an issue and it doesn't just get brushed off. So I truly believe that they have made significant improvements in just their day-to-day just operations to make sure that nobody falls in the cracks and has a bad time, especially with now the unit's at like $12,500. I mean, you know, it's a big chunk of change, and I believe that everyone should have that same experience. So they've gone a long way in making sure that they're doing the right thing for the people that spend the money with them. And I think at this point, I would safely say that I could recommend it to people to buy as an option. I mean, even with all the stuff that happened, I still wanted to keep the unit, so that should be a testament. It does a great job at the AC. It's phenomenal, so can't go wrong. I mean, right now it's 9 in the morning and it's already 85 degrees out, so it's gonna be another hot day. Also, other update, we are moving over to Ontario to get a little bit closer to our delivery. We'll be about 30 miles away. Right now we're about 100 miles away. So we're gonna move over there, but we did upload a video on our other channel. So that's gonna be like a car and other hobbies channel. We uploaded it last night. Right now there's like 83 subscribers to the channel already, so that's pretty awesome that somebody wants to watch the content. But this is like, that's what makes us tick, you know. Cars are our thing, so we're gonna be putting a lot of stuff on that channel that just doesn't really fit with the trucking content. So thanks for everyone that has subscribed or took the time to watch the video. We definitely appreciate it. So we're gonna try to grow that channel along with the main channel, and yeah, it'll give us an outlet when we're home working on the car. Everyone else can join along. Alright, just rolled up to the delivery. Well, our stuff said 6 till 2, and we just tried to call the actual number for the receiver, and their stuff says 7. So we're just gonna go over here to the dock and just kind of be in the way until somebody gets here, and then hopefully we can get unloaded and get out. Fun times in California. Yeah, it looks like we got trees cut out. Let's not get ourselves jammed up in the corner. Process of getting unloaded. We waited until 7 and walked up to the front, and then they told us that yeah, somebody's back there, they get in at 6. It's like, okay, but there's no signs of where to go or anything like that, so it was interesting. But we're getting unloaded. We'll still make it over to our next delivery or next pickup in plenty of time. Just glad to be done with this one. This is like the never-ending load, but it's good money, and we had plenty of time to relax. It was nice. Well, it was going really smoothly until the very last second. So they use these like very thick plywood boards to make a barrier for the 55-gallon drums, and I was worried that they were just going to leave them in there, and they did. But luckily there was a garage door, like or like building supply place across the way. So we asked them if we could throw that out, or if anybody would need it, because it was some good stuff. It was thick. All these roads look the same. Alright, and he was like, yeah, this is good stuff. A lot of our guys are looking for some plywood and stuff like that, so that worked out fantastic. And then he let us throw away the little scrap pieces that were there in their dumpster. So huge shout out to that guy. He saved us, because we have another pickup, and I'm like telling the guy, he's like, yeah, I don't know, you should have just strapped them. I'm like, it wasn't up to me. The shipper loaded it how they wanted it loaded. So that was a lot of fun. Totally a lot of fun. So I think we're going to end it off here. Thank you for watching, and we will catch you on the next one.